They're not going to take away anyone's Social Security. It's just, dude, come on. This is silly. So I was watching, Jill had sent me this video from Aaron Talks Money. Hey, Aaron Talks Money. And Aaron Talks Money says I'm a 10, even though I have my camera like this, which makes me look like I put on 20 pounds because I'm normally 140 pounds. Actually, no. So being, if I'm 185, I'm normally 100, that's probably too slight. So 160. So this camera sideways makes it look like I put on 20 pounds. Anyway, so Aaron Talks Money gave me a 10. She goes, "You're a 10 in my book, Josh." Like, sweet. Anyway, Jill had sent me this video she did about Scott Galloway, that tool of a man. Just, dude, can there be any more of a clown than Scott Galloway? Literally, if Scott Galloway friggin', I don't know, says it's raining outside, I'd wear my swim trunks. I don't listen. That other chick he's with Kara Swisher. I mean, I've heard because I'm not stupid. I don't listen to these people very often, because if you did, you're dumb. Josh, come on, a sense of humor. Anyway, so Scott Galloway's like saying we should take away Social Security for the top 35% or top 30% of retirees or something like that. And does it ever occur to Scott Galloway? Does he teach at Harvard or something like that? I mean, just like, oh, dude. Speaking of which, Allison Schrager, I think is her name. I don't even know how I came across her. She's a big lip. But I actually like her. She posted something today that was very interesting. She goes, because she has degrees from Columbia, all right, which makes her not that bright, obviously. Because if you have a degree from an Ivy, you're not very smart. You should have a degree from a state school, all right? Anyway, she posted today. I thought it was very interesting. She goes, look, why don't the business, the science departments of these universities, elite universities, just separate themselves from the humanities and let the humanities dig their own ditches? I mean, why should we be funding the taxpayer the insanity of the humanities? I said, dude, 100%, man. Because the humanities are being basically now leading the science, the math, and things of that nature. She goes, business schools. That doesn't make any sense. So let the humanities survive on their own, but we need funding from the government for the real stuff. You know what I'm saying? Not the social mating habits of trans people in Ukraine versus Russia. That's just stupid. Anyway, so stupid Scott Galloway. I probably shouldn't say stupid. Dude, people who could not see what was going on in 2020. I haven't followed him ever since. I didn't follow him or anything. I said, dude, could you be any dumber? People who did not see what was going on in 2020, I got no patience for it. None whatsoever, especially when they're in Ivy League universities and they think they're all that in a bag of chips, because they're just not. They're not all that in a bag of chips. They're not even a bag of chips. Never mind all that. Anyway, so what is the constitutionality there, Scott Galloway, of denying people Social Security? Well, I mean, literally, what's the constitutionality of it? You think the Supreme Court is going to allow the government to say, hey, I don't know, Josh Scanlon, you got too much net worth or too much income, so you're going to take away your Social Security? Do people not remember what happened in the 1993 Clinton tax hikes? This is, by the way, where they raised taxes on Social Security a second time after Reagan did it in 1983. All right, they passed a bill. It was in June, if memory serves, that the bill was passed. The Republicans sued, saying no, this because what the Clinton tax hike did, they wanted to make it retroactive to the beginning of the year, all right? And the Republicans sued, and the Republicans lost. The Republicans lost in the Supreme Court, but the Supreme Court was very explicit. They said you can make it retroactive at the beginning of the year, but you can't make it retroactively to previous years, if that makes sense. You can't say, hey, tax hikes, going back to 1992, 1991. You can't do that. So, I mean, that's pretty clear. They said you cannot go back in time and take away people's taxes. So if you paid into the tax system of Social Security for all these years, all right, under the assumption that you're going to get X amount of dollars, be it $3,000 a month or $4,000 a month, could some stupid blue ribbon commission come up and say, hey, we're going to take this away from you because you make too much money, and whatever too much money is very arbitrary, by the way. Is that going to pass any constitutional muster? I don't think so. Because people say, no, I pay tax for that. I have a right to get that. If you want to say now going forward in terms of the people, the taxpayers, you don't pay tax and you don't get any benefit, that's fine. But if you pay tax into the system, you should get your money. That way you don't screw with FDR's Social Security, just like FDR said when he designed Social Security. I don't know what the constitutionality is. I'd like to hear that, but the idea we're just going to friggin' arbitrarily say you make more than $150,000, whatever the hell stupid Scott Galloway is saying, you don't get your Social Security. No, dude, that's not how could that possibly pass muster, constitutional muster, when these people pay taxes into it? Just liberals, dude. Liberals, oh man. And the problem is conservatives aren't that great either. Liberals are just so bad, but conservatives just like we're always fighting last year's war. Conservatives, liberals are always out there trying to stir up stuff, and that's why they're so good, because like, man, who would have thought that freaking LGBT stuff would take off like a bat out of hell, and the conservatives were caught with their hands sitting on their hands, and here we are. Reparations, I think that obviously that's not going anywhere. But even that is like, dude, these liberals they got ideas that conservatives can't even think about. And so by the time conservatives finally figure out a way to fight these ideas already enmeshed through society. It's crazy, already in the vernacular. And then they're already gaining support, and only 5-10 years later conservatives fight these people. It's crazy. Liberals are just good at this, man. Conservatives are just like, oh. And the reason is because conservatives just want to be left alone. Just leave me alone. I don't want to tell people. I don't care if you're freaking gay. I don't care. Just don't force that crowd down me. Be gay all day long. I'm gay too. I'm happy. We're just like, dude, we just want to be left alone, man. All right, God bless. We'll see you.